Hi guys, it's Evie again, and this time we are going to do something closer to home. You guys requested to do something more Belgian, so I'm going to take you back into some very important Belgian history. I looked through songs and I decided to go with Iron Maiden, Paschendale, because Paschendale in English, I believe. I'm very excited to give you guys something that is very close to home. The Battle of Paschendale, or the Third Battle of Ypres, is very close to home to me. I live near Bruges, and my entire family grew up in Ypres, so very close to home. Very excited to share some things Belgian with you guys. Again, if you like some history content or anything that is worth discussing in music, make sure you follow, subscribe to the channel, and let's comment again what you guys think, if I missed some details, if you have some insight on it, and share your stories with me. Let's just dive straight into it. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we are just getting started and there's already so much detail in this. We are obviously in World War I. The Battle of Paschendale, or the Third Battle of Ypres, is very famous, very well known. So because of the dead bodies and because of all the trash, obviously all the rats came through that. So there was a lot of rat plagues during both World War I and World War II. So that's a great way to start with a lot of detail in this video. Let's go.
In a foreign field he lay, lonely soldier, unknown grave. On his dying words he prays, tell the world.
So they are saying, lonely soldier with no grave, something like that. Which is actually very accurate. We have a cemetery with all graves, all white graves with no names. We have the main port, don't know what it's called in English, but it's filled with names on it, and there's always a flame going on for the soldiers, the unknown soldiers who had no name, they don't know who it is, because there are a lot of people with graves with no name on it because they have no idea who it was.
Paschendale. We live all that he's been through, last communion of his soul. Rust your bullets with his tears, let me tell you about his years.
So what we are seeing, guys, for those who have no idea what the Battle of Paschendale is about, so we mainly had the British versus the Germans battling it out in Belgium. So what happened was, the Germans had their submarine base in Belgium. They had one in Ostende and one in Zeebrugge. Zeebrugge is actually where I live. Like, they had their base like 500 meters off my home. So like I said, very close to home. So the British thought, let us be smart, and instead of attacking them on the water, let's go through France, because France was their ally. Let's go through France and let's just go into Belgium and attack them from there on the mainland. But they didn't expect the Germans to be well prepared and see the battle come from a long time. So the Germans made sure that they had their legions ready at the border of France with a lot of trenches and stuff to make sure that they were ready for the attack of the British.
Laying low in a blood-filled trench, killing time till my very own death. On my face I can feel the falling rain. Never see my friends again. In the smoke, in the mud and lead, smell the fear and the feeling of dread. Took me time to go over the wall, rapid fire at the end of us all.
I just say that? It's insane to me. I can't imagine the people at war or the people running through the trenches and stuff, what would go through their heads, because you have noise, shooting, fear for your life every single waking moment for years, if you're lucky enough to even live for years, or unlucky enough, depends on how you look at it. But I can't imagine what these people had to go through, and we can only respect those people who fought and be very respectful about it and share the history about it. But to me, it's amazing. I can't wrap my head around it. Here you see people saying goodbye to their sons, 17, 18 years old, off to the battlefield. And you can see that they can't really imagine yet what they are walking into, because you still see people smiling. Because right now we have TVs, we have social media explaining everything. But back then, how would they ever be able to comprehend the severity of the situation without actually living it? Over here, I'm sorry for pausing it so much, there's so much detail in this, but here you can see that they are putting on their gas masks, because one of the things that the World War I was known for very well was mustard gas. So it was a very toxic gas that they would put into the trenches, and you can see that's why they are putting the gas masks on. You can slowly see them make progress, but it took them actually 3.5 months to only move about 10 kilometers or something, 8 to 10 kilometers. So it's a lot of time, and they lost a lot of people as well.
Russian blood and all the way we go.
So you can see here as the different battles that they had. So the third battle of Ypres, or the Battle of Paschendale, is only a part of a much larger offensive where they just came and they took in about, like I said, 8 to 10 kilometers on the Germans. But they lost so many man people that in the end they had to agree that the Germans were too powerful for them. And only a year after, Germans already took back all the land that the British once took in that moment. I love the fact that they humanized the soldiers so much in this video, that they show that these people had an actual home life, a family waiting for them. Even the family was sick or whatever, they all had other interests and another life than being a soldier. They all had people that loved them, and still they had to go to battle to fight to keep everyone safe. Running straight to cannon fire, running burn is a home, my friend. Set up prayers in the name of death, and we charge the enemy lines. Amongst the fire as we go down, until the cry that no one hears. Feel the blood go down my throat. Oh, far away from the war, a chance to live again. Can you imagine all your comrades, the people you care about, getting shot right in front of your eyes? And you just have to move on. You just have to keep going because the war is not ending. This is actually a very emotional vision, in my opinion. And we cannot imagine what these people went through. From the war, a chance to live again. Home, far away. From the war, no chance to live again.
See my spirit on the wind, across the lands beyond the hill. Friend and foe will meet again, those who died at Paschendale.
His last imagery of the video. So we've seen the war through this guy's eyes, if you haven't noticed. So we saw when he left for the war, he was an artist, he loved to draw. And we've seen him lose all his comrades, we've seen him go back home while his family was waiting, back to the front, we've seen him battle, we've seen him struggle. and in the end he just draws this peace sign and he dies. It's insane that very close to home these cruelties happened, and I can't imagine how it must have been to live through that. I can give you guys information about the war, I can give you guys information about other things, but I will never be able to tell you guys how it was to live through it, to experience it. I can share facts, but I cannot share the mental state or anything around that. So I believe that Iron Maiden did an absolute wonderful job with trying to share the humanity of people, of soldiers. I don't know. I think this is very well put into visualizing and amazing. I'm a little bit quiet of it, guys. Alright, let's just wrap this up. Again, make sure you share stuff in the comments, share your how you experienced the video, things that I got wrong or anything, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!